tulime siis võistluste vahel meie ühe hea toetaja GearMotive'i juurde. Avavad uksed näitavad meile, millega nad siin igapäevaselt tegelevad, kuidas valmivad käigukastid. Nii et lähme vaatame siit uksest sisse ja näeme siis, kuidas käigukastid valmivad.
Yeah, so we manufacture Dogbox transmissions here in GearMotive. Basically, we have there the materials in the shelf. We cut the materials and then we proceed to different machines in the area. We have lathes, CNC and manual lathes here. We have gear hoppers to make the tooth and splines for the shafts. We have own heat treatment facilities, which is...
so the thermal treatment is also inside?
Yes, and that's very big advantage. Our method for the heat treatment is it's more kind of, it's a little bit more old-fashioned way for making the heat treatment, and it can be benefit in this point.
What's your strongest gearbox?
It's basically the BMW box that we make.
Okay, is it in the different housings or it's only that housing you're doing?
In that housing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, currently we don't have any other options. In the future we will have some.
You're doing gearboxes for the rally cars also?
Yeah, in almost in all kind of racing classes. In track racing, rally sprint, circuit, rallycross. Well, there are many different models, but in the beginning we had to do many different models. But now we have just tried to improve the BMW box all the time and push the sales globally. So that's the way to try to get this business working properly.
Are you developing your own housings also, or not yet?
We have something coming up.
Because there's like, if you don't have housing, you have gears, but you know housing,
you
can't sell basically.
Of course, we can just sell the gear set. So customers who have the boxes, they can install them, or our resellers around the world can install the gear sets. So that's also one option. But we have plans for the own housings in the future as well. So there are many machines around, just like regular washing machines and surface treatment machines here. Some boxes waiting to get assembled. Then cutting machines, one there and one there. And
have you ever thought to use a bigger housing, like a 3-liter housing? But I think, is it correct that if you go bigger size with all the gear set, it's gonna destroy itself because it's too big or too heavy?
Yeah, but well, I wouldn't say that's the problem. One good thing with the S5D model is that you can still buy the original parts inside the housing. You can find the bearings and other stuff, but the newer and bigger models, you don't get them anywhere. So you would need to custom manufacture the bearings or just always use the used ones or something like that. So that has been one of the reasons, and basically it has solved the power so far, so it's been good.
Yeah, for sure. Because like just in Estonia, some drivers have asked like, why don't not just you, but like why don't they make in the bigger housing?
Yeah, the GS5, GS6 models.
But then I heard from the makers that if the gear sets and everything is going too big, it's heavy and it will destroy itself. But I'm not sure if
I'm not sure either if all that is proper. But but you can of course always make light gear set also inside the big box, so that shouldn't be the problem. But I think one problem is also that there are GS5, GS6 and 2 TS6 models. So there are 3 different models. Which one would you then take?
Okay.
So it's hard to decide, and this one is still the cheapest housing to find, and there are adapters available, and it's smallest, and it's bolt-on for E36 models and many others as well. So it's good option from that point of view.
Of course.
Our gear set design, it's patented. We have European-wide patent on it. It relates to reverse gearing. It doesn't sound very fancy when I say that we have a patent on reverse gear. What do you do with the reverse gear on the rally or racing box? By new reverse gear design, we have been able to remove one of the gears from the countershaft. Basically, we have removed the reverse gear from the countershaft, and we have manufactured the reverse gearing with different method. So this is how we have wider gears.
Space.
Yeah, more space for the actual driving gears. So actually the reverse gear is quite remarkable from that point of view. And that's also the reason why the reverse gear is quite noisy.
Noisy, yeah.
And also the gear set itself is more noisier than with others.
But with those these boxes, I think the second gear position is also, it's called floating, I think. It's not like the third and fourth are fixed from both sides.
Yeah.
But the second gear is like floating and only.
Yeah, you mean it's somewhere in the middle of the
shaft.
Yeah, of course, now we have the second gear in the very rear of the housing. Then there's third gear here and fourth gear is here. So first gear is actually now in the middle. And well, with the first gear you don't usually have so much newtons affecting in the engine, and you don't have that much power, grip neither. So it can handle it. So now the gears that takes most of the engine power, they are in the front and rear.
Close to the bearings.
Yeah, of course it helps. One of the very important things about the designing the gear set is that the shifter parts which connect the gears on and off, move the dock rings and so on, they need to be properly made, because if they, like with the stock boxes, they are aluminum shifter parts and things like that, so they will bend. So they need to
or break.
Yeah, so they need to be as robust as possible, and still they need to work properly. So it's very important as well.
For example, if you break one gear set, you're selling only one piece only.
Yeah, any piece, gears, dock rings, or the full gears. Here we have the original 10 spline version from BMW box, and one with the more splines. This one is much stronger than this version.
But which one is, who is using this one? Like what? What the
spline? Yeah, it's used in, for example, in the Mercedes clutches, and some USA-based NASCAR clutches use this spline. So it's US-made spline.
Okay.
Kind of. We try to stock the spare parts all the time, and when we are getting low on the stock levels, like here we have the output shaft. We have now a new output shaft in the production gear, and so on.
So in the Finland there is no gearboxes for sale because you have bought everything, or
what do you mean?
Kind of old used ones. You have bought everything what's on the same.
Yeah, we have tried, and I've tried to say to Oliver as well.
I was asking.
Buy all that you can find.
I was actually asking from 2 Facebook groups, like the drift drivers, like if someone has, but broken one. But they offered me, I think it's from E46 2-liter diesel. They're using these ones, but I think they're different a little bit. Yeah.
Well, they can work. There are two box models that they have used in the E46.
46.
Yeah, so the other one can work. It's 280 seat.
But
seat
is
model.
it like, I mean, is it good for you? Do you want them? or-
Yeah, I can still use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's no problem. So if they are available for good price,
Good
then
price. Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
definitely,
Mhm.
it's good to take them. Well, here we have one of the gears. It's a little bit older model, but it's basically the same. So here the black shaft here, it's stock shaft, but of course the bearings that are here, they are the stock parts, but all the other parts, they are made here. So nowadays I also use outsourcing. I have one company who does also turning and CNC milling work for us. So I've tried to outsource some of the production steps so that we are able to do enough gear sets. But yeah, all is designed, and for example these shifter parts, they have gone through maybe 20 different variations until we have came to this design.
Are you welding those here also?
Yeah,
In-house?
yeah. We
Seems to be, you're not milling everything out, you're doing quite a lot of small welding in here.
yeah, that's right. This is, like I said, this is a little bit older design, but still we make it quite same way. It's also locked. Don't try it. It won't shift. Yeah, it's easier when you go to fairs, so that it's locked. So if someone goes and moves all the stuff here, and then the other person comes and it tries to move it, oh, it's jammed. It doesn't do anything. So it's easier when we have already locked it the correct position. So.
From trust to customer.
Yeah. Exactly.
But for example, if someone buys just a gear set, you can pretty much fit it in yourself.
Yeah, it's possible. Of course, we try to get the gear sets installed by our resellers because they know how to do it. And if you install it yourself, we cannot give that good warranty, of course. You always need to do some like
minor modifications.
Yeah, seaming work and things like that to get.
Because this is totally different part, basically. That's in the original.
Yeah.
So,
so for example, here comes the linkage shaft from the shifter. So
you need to take all the aluminium parts away and put these on the correct positions, basically.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to adjust, for example, this sideways movement, so that when you are on the neutral line, it moves correctly and doesn't hit any walls and things like that. So you might need to adjust them. When we have checked the Oliver's box, it was in a very good condition, so you use it properly. But
yeah, we're actually, well, I'm trying to shift as less as I can. Like for here example, also I'm putting the differential ratio that I don't have to like all the time shift the gears.
Yeah.
So here as well, I'm on the straight. I go from first to second, and the whole lap I'm using the second.
Okay. Yeah, and I noticed
no
you
point
were using
5 gears, only 2 gears.
Yeah, yeah, and no point for using sequentials.
Yeah. And actually, this one is really good. I like the second and the third position because on the track so far we have used is only the second and third one, and I have the shifter. I can lock the fourth and the fifth one.
Yeah.
So it's like
no bending.
Yeah, it's up and down, same as sequential pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
But the grip, it's insane.
Yeah,
like
in the Austria, for example.
Yeah, like there's so much heat outside, especially on the Sweden we had. Okay, we didn't get to drive that much at the end of the day, but there was even more heat.
Okay.
And like the grip, the heat, you can actually in the car you can feel it's so heavy for the car for all the parts.
Yeah.
And not a single issue, nothing. So I would be really interested to see after the season what's going on inside.
Yeah, how it looks like. Yeah, it will be interesting to see.
We made 2 holes in here.
Yeah.
Just for the heat to go out for the clutch.
Okay, yeah, it's no problem.
And it's also actually better to if you put on the cylinder.
Yeah,
you can
adjust it.
you can see. Yeah.
Well, time for a beer, and we don't have any gifts for you, and you don't have any gifts.
No, we don't.
We actually have.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
then you need to have gift.
Oh, I didn't know there was 2 of you. I give you the cup, and you are M size. Maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think Oliver will probably get the new cap once we get them in stock again.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
It's like I wear it all the time,
Yeah, I've seen it.
and it's like for my head, it's so perfect fit.
Yeah.
Like
I think
we have also
Kati also likes that.
we have also caps, but this one is better for my head. Okay, so we're gonna start driving back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you as well. Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.